In the heart of a dense forest, nestled between ancient trees and hidden by a veil of mist, stood a town that was unlike any other. It was called Alicia, and its ethereal beauty drew travelers from far and wide. Legends whispered that those who entered found a paradise filled with tranquility and secrets waiting to be discovered. One foggy morning, a weary traveler named Finn stumbled upon Alicia. It was as though the mist had lifted just for him, revealing a path that led to the hidden realm. Curiosity bloomed in his chest, propelling him forward. The entrance of the town was guarded by a massive stone gate adorned with intricate carvings depicting fantastical creatures. As Finn passed through the gateway, he felt a surge of energy course through him, his senses heightened and alive with anticipation. Alicia appeared just as any other town, a central square bustling with people. Colorful market stalls lined the streets, and laughter filled the air. But there was an air of enchantment that was distinctly palpable. The buildings seemed to shimmer with a subtle, otherworldly glow, and the scent of wildflowers tugged at Finn's senses. He meandered through the crowded market, his eyes drawn to displays of shimmering crystals and mysterious artifacts. Shopkeepers beckoned him in with knowing smiles, their wares promising untold possibilities. But Finn's gaze settled on a dilapidated bookstore, its faded sign proclaiming the mystic pages. The shelves groaned under the weight of countless volumes, with titles that whispered tales of forgotten realms and ancient magics. Finn's fingers traced the spines, his heart fluttering as if awakening from a long slumber. He chose a leather-bound tome titled The Vanishing Town, its pages emblazoned with gold lettering. Taking the book to a nearby cafe, Finn immersed himself in its pages. The author described Alicia as a place where time itself danced to its own tune, where reality and dreams intertwined. According to legend, every 100 years, Alicia disappeared from mortal sight, only to reappear when the stars aligned. The last known instance of its vanishing had been centuries ago. Intrigued, Finn set out to uncover the secrets of the disappearing town. He ventured to the outskirts of Alicia, where the forest grew dense and mysterious. The sun's gentle rays danced upon emerald leaves, guiding him deeper into the unknown. As he explored, the forest grew more treacherous. Whispers snaked through the trees, speaking of hidden dangers and forgotten enchantments. Facing his fears, Finn pressed on, his heart pounding in his chest. Shadows clung to his heels as he ventured into the heart of the forest. Days turned into nights, and Finn found himself disoriented and alone. The forest seemed to stretch endlessly, the path ahead ever shifting. Just when he thought he would be lost forever, a soft glow appeared amidst the foliage, a familiar shimmer. With renewed hope, Finn pushed through the thorny undergrowth, emerging onto a hidden clearing bathed in moonlight. Before him stood Alicia, its buildings alive with a spectral glow. He had found the town during a time of its reappearance. But something was different. The town that once bustled with life now lay silent and abandoned. The laughter had faded, and the market stalls stood empty. As Finn wandered the empty streets, unease crept into his bones. It was as if Alicia had lost its soul in the years of absence. In his quest for knowledge, Finn ventured to the town's center, drawn to an ancient stone circle. Within its time-worn grooves, he found a silver amulet, a relic from a forgotten era. As he grasped it, a surge of power coursed through him, visions of the town's history unveiled before his eyes. Alicia had once been a place of harmony, where mortals and magical beings lived in perfect symbiosis. But as humanity grew wary of the mystical world, they sealed Alicia away from mortal perception. Its disappearance had been a defense mechanism, protecting the town from oblivion. Tears welled in Finn's eyes as he realized the repercussions of their actions. No longer would Alicia thrive under human influence. Its beauty would fade, its magic guarded from humanity's sight. Desperation seized him as he wondered if there was a way to restore Alicia's former glory. With the amulet clutched in his hand, Finn stood before the stone circle and murmured an ancient incantation. A pulse of energy emanated from the amulet, spreading through the town like ripples on a pond. And as if responding to Finn's plea, the town began to glow with a renewed vitality. Buildings seemed to rejuvenate before his eyes, flowers bloomed with unrivaled vibrancy, and laughter filled the air once more. Alicia came alive, more breathtaking than Finn had ever imagined. The enchantment that once protected it now thrived within its every particle. Finn had become a guardian of Alicia, a bridge between two worlds. And as he stood in the center of the resplendent town, he knew that he had found his purpose. Together with the townsfolk and the magical beings who called Alicia home, they would ensure its survival and share its secrets with only those deserving. And so, the traveler became a resident of the vanishing town, forever bound to its enchantment. Finn's name would be whispered in stories and songs, a hero who had resurrected paradise. Alicia would continue to vanish and reappear, its magic forever entwined with the destiny of those who ventured to its hidden embrace. One more for you. In the heart of a vast wilderness, nestled between the tall pines, there stood a small town, Elysium. Its quaint streets and charming houses beckoned travelers from afar, promising them respite and warmth. One autumn dawn, a weary traveler named Edward came upon this picturesque town. Edward marveled at the calmness that enveloped the streets. The townsfolk greeted him with warm smiles and open arms. They urged him to stay, regaling him with stories of the town's history. Time seemed to stand still in Elysium, and Edward was enchanted. Yet, as twilight approached, something strange began to unfold. The streets grew eerie, shadows crept across the walls, and the air became thick with uncertainty. Buildings that once stood tall now faded into thin air, leaving nothing but swirling mist behind. And just as mysteriously, the town would reappear, as if nothing had happened. Edward ventured to unravel this perplexing enigma. He discovered that Elysium was cursed, trapped between worlds, forever shifting between existence and oblivion. The townsfolk were mere illusions bound to their ethereal home. Driven by his curiosity, Edward unearthed forgotten tales of lost souls trapped in limbo. With each revelation, the once inviting streets twisted into something ominous. In the end, Edward concluded that Elysium's curse was unbreakable. He bid farewell to its phantasmal residents and departed, leaving behind a town destined to vanish and reappear eternally as a mere whisper in the wind, forever lost in the realm between worlds.